Welcome to Sqawdcast TV. I'm here with your favorite guest, Patrick.
Hey.
For work. How's it going, brother? How's everything?
It's going pretty good. It's been kind of a long week, but it's over now. Thank fucking God.
That's what I'm talking about, brother. So, I didn't prepare enough for this. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
I didn't have a lot of time. So, we can keep it short for the first one. This is gonna be episode 1. I'm thinking let's talk Russia, Ukraine. That's like the hot topic. Let's go straight at it, brother. And we haven't had time at work actually. To discuss this, so I would love to get your thoughts on. Just give me your overall perspective on what's going on in Ukraine.
Okay, yeah. First off, Putin's a cuck.
He is a big time cuck.
I hate the term cuck. I don't use it in real life.
Me either. But it's a term that's going around.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know, man. I don't honestly know enough about it to really speak about it.
Yeah.
Sorry to ruin the fucking first bit.
I don't know.
I don't know. It seemed bad, man.
Right.
It's a little nerve wracking. Although I don't particularly think that we'll get involved in it as a country, but I don't know. We've been involved in dumber wars, you know. The whole thing seems like complicated, and I don't even really understand what the impetus for the invasion was.
Right.
I guess I don't know. Fucking NATO was trying to get Ukraine.
Yeah.
As an ally, I guess.
I
don't know. I think that happened in the 90s, maybe. I'm really dumb about it. I don't know too much about it.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you know about it?
I know very little also. Me personally, I know probably just as much as you know. But when I ask that question, I'm referring to as far as what do you think? Is there any actions you think we should take as American government, U.S. government, just as is it justified for the invasion? You know what? Let me turn my phone.
Sorry, one of my team members is
No,
calling me. Am I going to take this real quick?
Do it. Please do.
All right. Hey, Jace, how's it going? I checked the weather. It's not supposed to. Yeah, why do you ask? No. I don't think it's supposed to rain tonight, and either way, if it does, production's supposed to take care of bringing the materials inside. So you should be good. All right, man. Yeah, have a good night. Hey.
Want something to drink, brother?
No, I'm good, man. We can cut that out, by the way. Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. I say let's keep it all natural.
Oh, yeah? European style? Au natural?
Let's keep
No
it natural.
deodorant? Let me just check the weather, make sure it's not going to rain tonight.
Why, if it rains, what would that mean?
Shit's going to get rained on.
Let's keep it natural, man. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah.
Still rolling, baby.
Looks like 20% chance. I guess we fucking roll the dice on that. I don't know.
All right, so
yeah.
Let me ask you this: Okay, if you're President Biden, I love asking this question because it feels like you get a piece of somebody's brain if they were a leader. What actions would you take, bro? Would you stay neutral? Would you get involved? And also, I'm hearing rumors that Ukrainians are like Nazi soldiers or some shit. That's.
I mean, there's probably Nazis in the Ukraine. I wouldn't say the whole country is Nazis.
Right.
Plenty of Nazis in Russia too.
Right.
Man, that's a bummer. I guess if I was the president, I definitely wouldn't commit troops to it or even engage in a bombing campaign or anything.
Sure.
I'd probably just try to go through diplomacy and economic sanctions and shit. I honestly don't know. I know Russia's sitting on a shit ton of oil, and if we end up sanctioning them economically, it'll probably raise gas prices.
Right.
But
if it saves lives, I'm down for that, by the way. Look, I'll pay higher gas prices if it saves more, whoever, any country, Ukrainians and you know, it's another interesting thing, bro. Everybody's going crazy over the whole Ukraine thing, bro, but we've been going to war with countries invading for decades.
Yeah, but
bro.
we go to war with like little countries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if we could beat Russia in a fight.
No, we shouldn't fight Russia. But
Yeah, that seems like a bad idea.
big time.
I don't know why. I don't know much about like the military and shit.
Right,
I know
right.
like some military history, but I don't know like how many tanks Russia has or
Right.
whatever. But like, I feel like we'd lose that. You know what I mean?
No, we wouldn't lose, bro. Let me tell you
I
this.
feel like we'd probably lose.
Against Russia?
We lost Afghanistan, Iraq, Vietnam. Like,
Did
we
we
haven't
lose
had a winning track record for a
Did
while.
we lose or did we give up? You know what I mean? Because like
That's losing.
fair enough.
Yeah.
That is a loss.
Yeah, when you invade
I got
somebody
you.
and they kick you
Yeah.
out, you lost.
That is a loss for
yeah.
sure.
They didn't like take us over, but like
Right.
you know, that's fully a loss.
Absolutely. I didn't even think about that. Well,
Yeah, somebody at work was telling me about how they went to Vietnam, and they went to like the Vietnam War. I mean, they call it the American War
right.
History Museum.
For sure.
And it's just all these fucking like memorials and shit of like we won this war, and I'm like, yeah, you did.
Right,
You,
right.
you did fucking win that war.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the reason why I asked is because I feel like we need to get just as outraged when we invade a country.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it's unprovoked. You know what I mean?
Totally, yeah.
It's usually some money, some resources involved,
Mm-hmm.
and the media never tends to cover when we do shit because. I always look at it like if I was there, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
If I was an Iraqi civilian,
Mm-hmm.
and you got U.S. troops, it's gonna put a bad taste in your mouth about the U.S. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd be pretty annoyed if I was. Well, I mean, I don't know. I can't say what it's like to be like an Iraqi dude living in like 2002
Right.
under like Saddam
sure.
Hussein, but yeah, it didn't seem like they really appreciated us being there.
Sure.
So
I mean, right? I
Yeah.
mean, like we according to us, the media can always twist it. We were there for quote unquote a just cause, but
for the WMDs, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and they ended up not being there. I feel like we should have left immediately, like soon. But how do we end up being
Hey,
there for
here's
20
a
years?
real hot take. We should have never gone.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, yeah. Seems real obvious to us now. I don't know. I was a like 14-year-old back then, maybe 13. So like, I don't even know what my opinion was on it at the time.
Okay.
Probably a dumb one.
What? Okay, let me ask you this. What do you think? You think World War III is on the verge?
Probably not.
Sure.
I mean, I don't know, but
You heard Putin's comments about
about the nukes.
Well, I don't know if he like quoted nukes, but he said that it will be. I'm paraphrasing
He
here.
said his
but-
nuclear arsenal's on high alert.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's insanity, bro.
I mean, yeah, it is. It seems like that would be such a bad idea.
Yeah.
Like a really, really,
For sure.
really bad idea. Hard to imagine anyone actually doing that.
Yeah.
But history's proven that dumb ideas happen a fucking lot. So
Right.
yeah, I don't know. I would say it's the reason most what you would call like first and second world countries, that term's kind of obsolete since the end of the Cold War, but the reason most like I guess developed nations don't go to war with each other is because their economies are so interdependent.
Right.
Which is why we're probably never going to go to war with like China,
Right.
say, right? Like we only go to war with little countries
Sure.
since
Right.
World War II, basically, and that's because we live in a globalist kind of
course.
society, right?
course.
Like all of our economies are interlinked and interdependent, so it doesn't really make sense. Yikes!
Sorry, bro.
I mean, I don't know how interconnected our economy is with Russia, but
Yeah.
I would imagine we probably
I'm
get
sure
our,
we do some type of
sure we
trade.
get a lot of oil from there and shit.
Absolutely.
I know that's one of their big resources, and they're a huge, massive country. So even if our economy wasn't directly linked with them,
Right.
it's probably linked with a bunch of countries that are linked with them, right?
Right.
So I think it would be pretty unlikely that the rest of like the big countries
Right.
end up
Yes, sir.
going to war. But I mean, I haven't really been following it too
Yeah.
much, but seems like the Ukrainians are like doing okay,
I know that's what it, and
which
that's
is pretty cool.
it's definitely cool, and it
Yeah.
also makes me feel a little bit more like positive about if there was a war with Russia.
Yeah.
Dude, it feels like we'll tear their ass up, bro. Because
You think so?
dude, if Ukraine is much, much smaller than Russia. If they're holding their own up until this point, at least, as far as, you know,
they're fighting an insurgency, though. Yeah. They're fighting as an insurgency. You know what I mean? Like, they're fighting a defensive war. Well, like, they're essentially fighting, like, a guerrilla war, right? So, like, fucking, you're not squaring off armies in a field and having, like, tanks fighting at each other. Yeah. Instead, you're, like, throwing Molotovs at, like, cops, I guess? Not cops, but, you know. Sorry, that's just a dream I had. No, you're throwing like Molotovs and IEDs at fucking, you know, randomly walking patrols and then disappearing into an apartment complex, right?
For sure.
And they can't just like demolish it with a tank. Yeah. So
well, what about the bombs and shit? Because I mean, I've seen videos where it was like definitely like a civilian area, and you know, cars just going about their day, people too, fucking. I don't know what type of bomb it was, but this boom, dude, blew all that shit up, bro.
Yikes, that's a bad look.
That's terrible, dude.
Like I said, I don't know too much about it, and I don't really know like how it's going. So I'm just pissing in the wind. I guess. Is that the right phrase?
That sounds like a great phrase.
Yeah, I'm just pissing in the wind, and it's blowing back at me. No, but like it's a lot harder to, you know, fight an insurgency than it is to fight like an army. Right. So like that's why I'm saying, you know, if the U.S. goes to war with Russia, it's like tanks fighting tanks, planes fighting planes, and like generally you're fighting in clear battlefields, I guess. Whereas like if you're an invading country, or if you are invading a country and you are fighting an insurgency there, you're fighting a population. Or an army, I guess, an armed militia that is largely undistinguishable from like the civilian population, right?
Excellent.
So unless you want to take the bad look of just like murdering a bunch of civilians, which makes you look real fucking bad.
Well, I feel like Putin's. I mean,
I don't know if he's doing that. I mean, like I said, I haven't been following it, so like maybe he is just fucking bombing random apartment buildings. But if he does, that probably won't last very long. Like, you know, I don't know. Or maybe it will.
Dude, that's unfortunate, man.
Do you know why he invaded?
Yeah, I think pretty much what you said was, I think, pretty accurate about the whole NATO, Ukraine joining the NATO situation. I'm almost certain. But there's a YouTube channel I watch called Jimmy Dore. Okay. I think I always reference him to you. And according to him, U.S. provoked this war because and this happened decades ago, where there was, you know, negotiations of trying to get Ukraine into NATO, and Russia had threatened, you know, invasion or whatever when you're
talking about in the 90s, right?
I believe so.
After the end of the Cold War.
I believe so. And they had already known that if Ukraine joined NATO, Russia was already gonna, you know, attack or invade or whatever. So I just think that it was almost intentional, it seems like, from the U.S. that they, you know.
Do you know much about the Soviet occupation of Afghanistan in the 80s?
I've heard about it, but not very much. Explain if you can.
I honestly, like, it's been a long time since I looked into this, so I don't even remember like why they ended up invading. But the entire invasion, I believe, and I'm talking a bunch of half-remembered shit, so I'm probably going to get some of the details wrong. But essentially, there was a revolution in Afghanistan, or an attempted revolution, and it went communist for like a short time, and then that revolution was fought by a counter-revolution that was funded by the CIA, right? In order to provoke the USSR into invading Afghanistan, which turned into like a huge thing for them. Like it was bad, and like I think a lot of historians think that it really heavily contributed to the collapse of the Soviet Union, in addition to a bunch of economic problems that they were having. But like we've definitely baited them into doing something like that before, so it wouldn't surprise me if like there, you know, if it came out that there were like CIA documents encouraging, you know, funding political parties in the Ukraine that, you know, had a stated purpose of joining NATO or something like that.
Right. Yeah. So I must ask this: do you think that this has anything that the Illuminati? You know, I gotta go there, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
You think that the Illuminati, deep state, has anything to do with this that's going on right now? I say yes, 100%.
I mean, we didn't talk about it at the last meeting, but like, I'm sure we had some kind of, hand in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's without a question. Yeah. So, I don't know. What's next topic? What are we going to talk about?
I don't really think the Illuminati exists.
You really don't think so?
No.
Why not?
I think that there are like powerful people that that pull the strings of the world, but I don't think that they're all like united in a secret cabal to like fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think it's Jeff Bezos has his own ambitions.
Right.
Bill Gates has his own ambitions, but I don't think they all like gather together and like have a toast and say, "Gentlemen, to evil." You know?
I don't know. Hey, it's very possible. I know you heard about Alex Jones and the whole. Him sneaking into Bohemian Grove and seeing
that was like 20 years ago, man.
So
yeah,
that's even worse.
Yeah, I don't know what that thing is, man. Like, it sounds like a bunch of uptight like fucking suit and tie motherfuckers that just want to have an orgy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no doubt.
I don't think that necessarily means that they're like getting together to rule the world. I think it's just a bunch of powerful people that all get together and are like, let's get like really drunk and play camp games. Let's do like a sack race or whatever. You know what I mean?
I don't know. It's pretty scary though. It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
And the reason why I believe this because the new conspiracy theorists that follow this shit, dude, they get a lot of shit right. Like even with this like real ID, well not real ID, digital ID shit with the whole like Mark of the Beast and shit.
They've literally been talking about Mark of the Beast for like hundreds of years, right? Like they said that social security numbers were Mark of the Beast. They said that barcodes on products were Mark of the Beast.
I wanna show you something real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, do you know how to edit and put like a small video like in the podcast?
I could do the audio, but I don't know how to edit video at all.
Okay.
I imagine it's not that different.
Alright, I want to show you something. Hold up, let me see. Cause I want to, dude.
You gonna show me some ancient alien shit?
Nah, not even. This is like this is legit. So they're trying to do it in Canada right now. Pretty much, if I can't find it here, I'll just kind of like do my best to explain it.
Sure.
But pretty much what Canada is trying to do is exactly what conspiracy theorists have been predicting, which is a world with like a cashless system where everything is monitored digitally. Where
I thought you loved Bitcoin, Chucky.
Huh?
I thought you loved Bitcoin.
I'm a fan of Bitcoin, but I think Bitcoin can coexist with the monetary system. Let me see. Bank control. This one right here. Oh man, I wish. Hold on, let me turn that shit down.
I'm American Canadian Kurt Metzger, and we're talking about the.
Love Kurt Metzger.
Oh, Kurt Metzger's the best. So let me see if I could find it. Oh yeah, so here it is.
This is a guy who's like this. He's the CEO of the Canadian.
It's about to show right now. That I want to. If we could just watch this real quick.
All right. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to find a way to edit this part into our video.
Okay.
So the audience can see it also. But it's pretty insane, dude. And this same shit, dude, is exactly what the same people who believe in Illuminati and
is this why you wanted to come over here so that you could force me to watch YouTube videos that you knew I would never watch in my house?
Hey, you know what? Why not, brother?
Hey, why not?
Right, let's check it out.
It makes it sound exciting. Canada sounded.
Hold up. Cause this shit's scary, bro. Like if they were to do, bro, cause you know what it is, bro. It doesn't sound that bad. But the problem is this: it ends up leading to a system where, if let's say you're a high-profile activist or whatever, they can shut you out from society. And we can leave it at that. I'm sure you get where I'm going with it. I really do want to show that video, but we'll do it another time.
Yeah, it sounds like a bummer, man.
More better with editing and shit. But I mean, that's pretty insane, dude. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Are you for that, by the way? A system with no cash. You gotta show a digital barcode to enter airplanes and shit like that.
I mean, you already have to do that with a passport, right?
Are you a fan of that, by the way? Are you for a COVID passport or COVID?
I'm just talking about like regular passports. Like you need a pass. Well, I guess not to board a domestic flight, right? But like you need an ID for that, right? Like
of course.
Yeah, you've not always needed that, but within our lifetimes, yeah, you've always needed that shit.
Right.
It doesn't sound that much different.
We gotta watch the whole video, bro. It's a lot more than just that.
I'll definitely watch that video.
Yeah, for sure. I'll
go home and I'm gonna do that immediately as soon as I get home.
For sure. I wanna find that video.
I'm sorry. I'm joking.
I'm
not gonna watch that video,
dude. Hey, but
I'll tell you what. Next time I'm over here, we'll watch it first before we start, and we can talk about it.
For sure. Yeah, because I mean, I gotta rewatch it to kind of just kind of phrase some of the stuff that was used. But
yeah, sure.
It's pretty scary, bro. Because, bro, the idea to be shut off from society if you're a polarizing figure or a controvert, because that's mostly
shut off in like what ways?
As far as, because, okay, so my understanding from what I watch is pretty much everything is going to be digital, bro. Yeah. And assuming, like, for a good example is like when the whole trucker protest in Canada.
Yeah.
And what they did was they literally froze their bank accounts and shit like that, so they couldn't fund certain resources to do the protest. And that's similar to what the digital the whole digital world will be, where if, like, the perfect example, let's say you're protesting certain things and you need the resources and the funding, they could just close you out, particularly with the whole, like, cashless, going cashless, bro, because that means the bank's going to control everything. The government controls everything. You won't be able to gather those resources with cash, pretty much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm not a fan of that stuff, man.
Yeah, I guess it's hard for me to see the actual, like, implications of that, right? Like, I don't know. I'd have to know more details to really, like, comment on it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, I don't know what the real ID is. I don't know what Canada's doing.
Okay.
I don't really know much about it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think about?
But just for the sake of the podcast, it's bad and it's the mark of the beast. And
I love it.
Yeah, no, the Whore of Babylon is gonna rise from the fucking Eastern Sea, and what else? Fucking the seven seals will be broken and shit. I don't know. I find Revelation to be very boring.
No,
because it's about like a specific thing and a specific time and something that happened like almost 2,000 years ago, and it's very funny to me to see people try to apply it to like
modern
these days. Yeah, no, because people have done it like throughout history, but it's about a very specific period in time
for sure,
and a very specific political situation that was, I think, mostly clear to the people reading it in like the 2nd century or whenever it was written,
for
like 150 AD.
Right.
That like the context for that is kind of lost to us now, unless you are like a biblical scholar.
For sure.
So like just reading it, you're like, this is a bunch of shit that could kind of apply to anything. Well, like, what do I not like? Social Security. Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's bad.
For sure.
That's the mark of the beast. 100%, you know what I mean? 100%. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay. I'll tell you something that's going on right now, and what that is COVID passports, and dude, that's pretty nuts too, bro.
Is that happening?
That is 100% happening.
Okay.
Particularly in like more liberal states and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I think some states are beginning to drop it, but you still got like it's still some restaurants you need, some gyms, a lot of places where you
Are you talking about like a proof of vaccine, like here in Palm Springs?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. To me, that's wild, bro. That is
wild?
That is the beginning of what I was trying to explain with the whole digital, the whole digital shit. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's that wild.
You don't think so?
No.
Bro, because look, let's be honest.
There's a pandemic going on. People are getting sick. You know what I mean?
I don't want to be that guy, because most of the time people who feel like this are right wing. But that's not the case, because I don't consider myself right wing. I believe in Medicare for all, Social Security, living wage, the whole shit. You know, also Second Amendment advocate. So that's why I hate the whole identity thing. But dude, this COVID shit is not that serious, bro. It just isn't, especially now with the Omicron. You know what I mean?
Last summer, we had a 9/11 every day. Like 3,000 people dying every single day of this shit, right?
Let me tell you something. The flu is just as bad as COVID. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's just, bro, I had COVID, bro.
Sure.
I
had it too, yeah.
Let me tell you something.
Mine was very mild. It was nice.
I same here, and I fall into every category that they say it affects the worst.
It's like a risk, right? But you got Omicron, right?
I don't know which one. I don't even know how to tell, but I did have COVID.
I just know Omicron's supposed to be like really mild.
Really mild, right?
And I know. I don't know for sure, but my understanding was that Delta was like more serious but harder to catch. And the original one was a nice mix between the two.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I want to ask you this. Explain why you think the COVID passports are, because are you for them or against them?
I don't really know what it entails. Do you just mean like as far as like proof of vaccine to go to a restaurant?
Yeah, like if I don't, let's say for example, this is a good example, right? Let's say I'm somebody who has adverse reactions to the vaccine, which many people do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my wife did.
Let's say it's against your religion. Why? Because what it does when you do that is it singles people out that are quote unquote, and it don't have to be like a political thing. It could be a religious thing. It could be a health thing. It could be just a freedom thing.
Yeah.
It singles those people out from society, bro. And if this was to happen on a larger scale, like as far as everything, it just leads to something that eventually could get turned into a disaster, bro.
Yeah, but that's pretty much every policy, right? Like anything taken too far can turn into a disaster. Like the challenge of it is finding the balance that creates the most good, right? Without harming people.
Yeah, but
to me, like going to a restaurant is not like it's not big on my list of civil rights. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, like, flying too. You got to show when to fly. That's important. People need to fly.
Do you have to have a vaccine now to fly?
I wouldn't be surprised if some airports weren't doing that, dude.
I would be surprised.
If restaurants are doing it, dude, local restaurants, I'm sure, like,
but that's local, right? That's like the city of Palm Springs mandates that rather than like the state of California or the United States.
I'm almost certain that some airports
I think you would need a federal vaccine mandate in order to halt people there. You would need it to be federal.
But that's what they're trying to do right now. They're trying to do a fucking federal mandate.
Yeah.
You know. And cool. Hey, I see. You don't see the danger in this, dude. It's dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know if I see it as dangerous. No.
I assume you're vaccinated, right?
Yeah.
Me, I'm not vaccinated.
Still got COVID.
Yet. Do you still have COVID?
Not right now.
Oh, you still have it.
I had it.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is, and that's another point why you shouldn't mandate it, because if you can still spread the virus and get the virus, then why do I have to, get vaccinated for something that I can still get? And then
because it makes you less likely to get it.
Yeah, but dude, I know, and I'm not. I know this ain't a fact, but it's just my speculation from my circle. What I see, bro, I know most of the people I know are vaccinated.
Yeah,
and those same people are getting COVID, like almost as if they're not vaccinated, dude.
I know somebody who was vaccinated, got it, and died.
Really?
Yeah.
See, that's all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this, dude. You can't force somebody to put anything in their body, dude, that could potentially affect them. And
you have to get vaccines to like go to public schools, right?
Yeah, but this, I'm telling you, I agree with that. And depending on what the disease is, this virus, bro, is not really that harmful. Bro, that for children, COVID has literally more people have died from children have died from the flu than the fucking COVID, dude. And the fact that you're still making, school children wear masks is outrageous, bro.
Is it outrageous to wear a mask? Why? Because it's uncomfortable?
Dude, no, just because it's wide. You know what I mean? Like, it starts off with something like a mask, and then it could lead to bigger things.
You can apply the slippery slope argument to pretty much anything. You know what I mean? It starts off with seatbelts.
Right.
Next thing, they're taking your guns. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Enough.
So, like, I don't know, man. Like, I see where you're coming from with the vaccine thing, because I know people are, worried about what they're putting into their bodies, and I understand that. But, like, to me, like, wearing a mask anywhere, like, does not bother me at all. Like, I go inside, I put it on. I honestly find the rage that people feel about it, especially if it's like, hey, if you want to come in this store, you got to wear a mask.
Right.
Like, to be very childish.
Really?
Yeah. That's the fucking rule. Especially if the owner of the store says, like, hey, put a fucking mask on before you come in here.
Yeah.
Like, they don't have to serve you. You know what I mean? And, like, you're not entitled to go into that store.
See, look, now that's where I agree with you 100%. Like, on the local level, dude, and this is my concern. It's not really the local, like your local grocery store to wear a mask. That's fine, dude. I'm just concerned about it being federalized, dude, and
also, the mask mandate isn't enforced like anywhere.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, everywhere I go, people aren't wearing masks.
We drifted off. We drifted off a little bit with I really meant vaccine. The mask shit.
Yeah.
I still don't like it, but the mask shit is.
I have stronger feelings about the mask shit. The vaccine thing is like, I don't know, it's complicated. Right. You know what I mean? Like, overall, I think pretty much everybody should get vaccinated. Yeah. As far as like making people do it, like I don't know, and that seems like a lot.
And that's my thing right there, dude. I agree. People should get it, bro. 100%.
Do you have it, Chucky?
Do I have it?
Have you gotten vaxxed? Did you get the
for sake of public information, yes.
It's okay to say no. I know you're not vaccinated. It's okay.
No, I'm not vaccinated.
Yeah. Are you worried about it?
No, not at all, dude.
You just haven't gotten around to it?
I would get it if it... Look, I will get it...
You know it's free, right?
Absolutely. Sure. Yeah, that's free. I will get it, bro, when I'm ready to get it. You know what I mean? And that's the whole thing here, dude. It's just...
But real quick. Sorry, what makes you not ready to get it? I'm not trying to tell you to do it. I'm just honestly curious.
You want to know my real answer?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna break it down like this. Pre-COVID, before I had COVID, I couldn't use this argument, and I'm not even going to sit here and lie. But now that I have COVID, it is a known fact. That if you catch COVID, you have better immunity than being vaccinated.
Totally.
Fact.
Yeah.
So what do I need it for? I'm immune now. You know what I mean?
Not immune. You know what I mean? You
not fully. I have natural immunity, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also the vaccine wanes, you know what I mean? It doesn't, after a certain amount of time. And like I said, dude, I'm not anti-vax for one, dude. But my kids are vaccinated, bro. They got
good for you,
everything, you know what I mean? Both of my kids are vaccinated.
You know the flu's worse, though.
Is the flu worse?
No, you told me that 2 minutes ago.
The flu... It's
sorry, I was poking funny.
No, absolutely.
I'm glad you got your kids vaccinated, man.
Yeah, kids are vaccinated, dude. I'm not anti-vax to any degree. It's just mandate, dude. I'm anti-mandate, bro.
Sure. Yeah.
I actually encourage. This is how I feel like they should have went about it. Encourage people, the at-risk people, get vaccinated. Even the people who are low risk, the healthy athletes, whatever.
Yeah.
Get it. But I feel like where they went wrong is trying to make everybody get it, bro. And it just like look at me, dude. I'm a conspiracy theorist. Will you tell me to get a fucking vaccine, you have to get it, bro? Anything that's mandated is scary for me, bro.
You gotta wear the seatbelt.
Yeah, true, but that's different.
You gotta get the polio vaccine.
That's not like something I gotta put in my body, though.
You got the polio vaccine.
But the polio is fucking terrible, dude. You know what I mean?
It affects a lot less people than COVID does.
Yeah, but the side effects of it, like COVID, dude, your side effects are fucking fever, headache.
You mean the effects of actual COVID?
Yeah. It's like polio's a lot worse. You know what I mean? Which is exactly why it didn't spread.
You know
what
one of the effects of COVID is, right?
Was that death? I knew you were gonna go there, dude. I knew it. No, absolutely. But that's what, dude. You could die from the flu. You know,
you definitely could.
And bro, and that's the thing, bro.
Literally, you should also get the flu vaccine.
I don't even get that, dude.
Why not?
Dude, I'm just
that's more for other people than it is for you, right?
See, but that's the whole thing, though. I understand that, but see, this is my problem. Well, not even my problem. This is what kind of makes what makes me question certain shit, is because the vaccine is supposed to work. So if you're afraid, you go get it, and if I'm not afraid and I'm willing to take the risk, then I shouldn't have to.
Yeah, but it works better if more people have it, right? Like, if you don't want to get it.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
No, I know that's not our argument here.
But you should get it. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
No, and that's what it should be. Just like that. Hey, look.
I'll tell you what. If I was running like a small society, if I was the mayor of like a 60-person town or whatever, it would be a requirement.
Really?
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting? A 60-person town is much less at risk than. Than
like the city of LA?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or New York?
A mandate in a smaller town, I mean, I don't believe in a mandate, period, but you would not need one as much in a 60-person town than a city of LA. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know, just the direct...
Let me ask you something. If you ran a 60-person town, what would you abolish? What's a societal thing that you don't like? That if you ran like a small town,
just one thing?
Yeah, let's say everybody was like on board with it. You wouldn't have to make anybody do it. You know what I mean? But you were isolated enough. Let's say you run like a 60-person town in like the mountains of like Colorado or something, and like you got a couple of vehicles that go into town to get supplies and stuff. Okay. But like overall, it's a pretty insular community.
Okay.
And they say like, Chucky.
Yeah.
we're on board with whatever you want to do.
Does it have to be abolished? Can I add something?
Yeah, you can add something. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
Okay. Only one thing though.
Anything.
Okay.
As many things as you want.
I would definitely, encourage.
Nudity.
100%.
Yeah, everyone's naked all the time.
Absolutely, you have to be naked.
Yeah.
Even
in winter.
If you want to wear clothes, go next door. Go to the.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Go to Ogdenville.
For sure, Second Amendment, dude. I'm gonna encourage that shit all day, bro.
Yeah.
Everybody,
everyone's packing in this 60-person town.
Everybody packing.
Who you gotta protect
Everybody
yourself
packing.
from? It's a 60-person town.
It's a 60-person town. Second Amendment.
I feel like it's a lot less necessary to be packing in a small town like that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm being kind of funny, but I want to think of one thing I would abolish, dude. Is probably. I don't know, bro.
You don't gotta abolish anything. You can be pro something.
Yeah. I'm gonna answer that question though. I feel like it's certain. I feel like communistic things I would abolish, bro. And one thing I'm gonna give you an explanation of this.
Sure.
Dude.
By the way, I got 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay,
Yeah.
cool, for sure. I will say this, bro. So this happened to me recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm driving. And I'm going about 90. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
But bro, that's the flow of traffic, bro. That's the flow of traffic.
Yeah.
I get a ticket. Fucker gave me a ticket, bro. I was being super nice. You know, I'm like, dude, this is like. I was like, if I get this ticket, I can't afford it. Fucker still gave me a ticket, right?
Yeah.
So I would just, if it's one thing I'll abolish is just like high ticketing fines because, and this is why it's not fair because you got rich people.
Would you get rid of the speed limit?
Not the speed limit, dude. There has to be a speed limit because I think we had this conversation before.
Yeah.
No speed limit. By the way, which is super ironic, you have less accidents. You think it will be more, but you'll have more fatalities, dude.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That's a really weird trade-off.
I want to say it's a similar thing. I think it's actually less accidents and less fatalities if you remove stop signs.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Explain. Is there an explanation for why?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I know that there are towns that have removed four-way stop signs and changed them to four-way yield signs.
Right.
So the idea is, as you approach the intersection, you slow down.
Of course.
And then if you see clearly there's no one coming, you just continue on.
Right.
Yeah. But if you see that there's another car coming, you treat it as a stop sign.
Of course.
And apparently that lowers both accidents. Well, I don't know about fatalities, but I know for sure it lowers accidents.
Right. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
You know what else is interesting, dude? I heard if we have more roundabouts.
Yeah.
That it will also be obviously the
a roundabout is basically a four-way yield.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, essentially, you slow down to get into the roundabout, right? Yeah. If there's no traffic, you continue on.
Right.
If there is traffic, you stop until you can get in.
Right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this, just to go back to that question that you asked, where I was going with that was, that ticket that I got, was like fucking $700, dude. Like, that's ridiculous, bro. And this is why it's unfair.
Because a rich motherfucker
can just basically
and just
not follow the law.
You.
Dude, $700. Here you go.
You want to hear a story that I heard recently?
Yeah, I would love to.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, 100%.
It's a great story. I don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Jack Nicholson, he gets invited to go to a private golf course, right? By one of his celebrity friends, right? He plays around. Okay. Next day, he shows up.
Yeah.
He brings his golf clubs. He starts golfing.
Yeah.
And one of the golf attendants or whatever is "Hey, Mr. Nicholson, I'm sorry, but you're not a member here. You can't play." And he goes, "How much is a membership?"
Yeah.
And the guy's like $500,000, and he writes him a check, and he goes, "Stop bothering the members."
No fucking way. Oh, in other words, stop bothering everybody else who doesn't have a membership.
No, he's saying, "Stop bothering me. I'm a member now. I just bought it." You know
$500,000.
I mean,
was that a number?
I have no idea. This is a story I heard third hand. You know what I mean? And it is such a great story.
Yeah.
It's probably not true.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
I love that story.
No, 100%. 100%.
But no, it illustrates a fucking Bill Gates can go 100 and just be like, no, fuck it.
And it's like, fuck it, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can afford it.
But there also should be the option to trade your time to pay it off, which I don't know.
What if it was a percentage of your income?
What's a fair percentage? Would you say? Like for example, okay, I'm speeding.
Let me think. Let's say your annual income is $50,000, just for sake of argument.
Right.
What's 1% of that? $500?
Okay, because 10% of it will be $5,000.
Yeah,
another
$500.
500. Yeah.
You think $500 would be a fair ticket for going 90 for a guy that makes 50K?
I don't make 50K, so
Yeah.
you know
all
what I mean?
right. Let's see. What do you think is the max that would be fair for what you make?
Okay. For speeding, I was going technically 20 miles over the speed limit. He didn't put, and I'll give him that. I think he put 85 because he said if I was going 90, I would have got my license
Like
suspended.
a reckless.
Which I got to suspend anyways because, like, dude, I was all the way in San Diego and I had to go to court and I had to work. But it's like, it's a fucked up balance, you know what I mean, dude?
For sure.
But a fair number for that, in my opinion, I'd say $100 bill, dude.
I'd say 200, but that's just me.
$100 bill. I think $100 bill is fair. Most people, even though it sucks, most people can afford that. So that's what I would say.
Hey, how's that? Does that sound better? I think you were blowing out a little bit earlier.
Was I?
Yeah.
I was kind of too.
Does that sound okay?
That sounds alright. Let me see.
You want me to turn it up a little bit?
A little bit more. Let me see.
How's that?
Mic check. Look, yeah, we just
One more?
little more.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, there he goes. There,
Yeah,
that's
right there.
perfect. Yeah,
All right,
for
cool.
sure. But yeah, $100, bro. And you should also, I don't know if you could do this now. Mm-hmm. You should have the option to, like, you know, like community service.
Yeah.
Like, hey, dude, I can't afford $100. That's gonna make me or break me.
Yeah.
Let me do, whatever the minimum wage is to earn that, to pay off the fine, dude. Because some people have money and some people have time. You should be able to, do
either one.
Because $700, bro, I would much rather go put some hours.
Oh, hell
in
yeah.
work that off than pay
How many
$700.
hours do you think it would be?
To be fair,
Not
Okay.
for the 700, but to pay off the ticket. Like,
Okay.
let's say the ticket price was arbitrary. Like, how many hours do you think you need to spend to go 20 miles over the speed limit?
This is okay. How about this? I say 20 every mile, and it's an hour. 20 hours.
Yeah, all right.
20 hours.
20 is what I was thinking too.
Really?
Which is funny. Yeah, but I like that you did it as the math of like one hour for every mile.
Yeah.
I like
one
it.
hour, 1 mile, dude.
What kind of community service would you want to be doing? The one that pops to mind is picking up trash on the side of the road, but I bet there's better ones. Soup kitchen.
That one sucks. You know what?
I bet that sucks.
I think the best. Oh, soup kitchen sucks. Picking up
Soup
trash
kitchen
sucks.
sucks.
Hell yeah.
You're fucking
dude.
feeding people, man.
Oh, you mean like when you said soup kitchen, I was thinking like working at a restaurant and shit. Like
No. I mean like at the fucking
like
homeless
the homeless
shelter. Or
shelter.
whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's easy.
I kind of want to do that just like on its own.
Just because.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm thinking. I don't want to say like, who in my job becomes less stressful. There's all these things I'm going to do, but no, I do think because my job should be getting a little bit less crazy, and I'm hoping to do more things like on the weekends. And like one of the things I want to do is volunteer at a homeless shelter.
Really? Dude,
Yeah.
How humble of you.
I don't know.
Out of all the things you could have named, you could have
just
I need a vacation. You said fucking. I love it, man.
Hey, let me put it this way, man. Like Jesus, you like to wash people's feet.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna wash anybody's feet, but I feel like that's like kind of the closest you can get.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
100%.
Like, who needs the most help? Like homeless motherfuckers.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of that, man, like, what is your solution to the homeless problem, dude? And you say yours, and I say mine.
Outlaw
What is the
investment
solution?
properties and donate them all.
No,
Yeah.
man, come on.
Yeah.
That's a little excessive.
You want to hear the most profound tweet I ever read?
I would love to.
Nobody goes up for seconds until everybody has had a plate, except for housing.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Wow, I like that.
So
I like
like,
that.
yeah, you shouldn't be able to run an Airbnb if there's still homeless people like in your city. You know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
yeah. I don't know what the solution is because I know a lot of homeless people don't want to like be in homeless shelters. You know,
Okay.
there's a lot of problems that come with that too.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, man. In fucking LA, there's like, you've been to LA recently? In the last like couple of years?
Yeah.
In the last decade?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
There's like crazy
Dude.
fucking Hoovervilles out there, man. Like,
dude, every
10 cities
oh
and
yeah,
shit.
actually I have been recently because I drive and shit. Dude, every fucking overpass has bunch of
yes,
tents.
it's insane. And
It's
there's
crazy.
all these like empty ass hotels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking. I don't know, but I mean, in my mind, it sounds simple, right? Like, just open up the hotels,
Yeah,
turn those
exactly.
into homeless shelters
Right.
or something. I don't know, man. Turn them into like, medium term housing for people, so that like, I don't know. I don't know what the solution is, but I just know that like, the fact that there's like billions of dollars being pumped into stuff like Airbnb and like other short term rentals. so people can, make passive income without actually having to like work a job.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like gross to me.
Yeah.
While there's still people like hungry motherfuckers.
Let me give you my solution to homelessness, dude.
Yeah.
And we got plenty of money to do this, bro. We just printed trillions of dollars. There is my favorite YouTuber, Jimmy Dore, at least news YouTuber is Jimmy Dore, bro. And he has a bunch of people on the show that are experts in this shit. And the estimated number to literally house, bro.
You said it was like 500 billion or something.
No,
or 50 billion?
20 billion.
20 billion? Yeah.
Dude, we printed that 1,000 times over in the last year, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
How come
To prop up the fucking stock market,
0.1%? Yeah. Dude, they're printing out $1 trillion a day. And we can end it. I know you got to go. I'm going to say this last thought, bro.
Here's how you know Jeff Bezos is evil.
Dude,
he's got $1 trillion.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. Right.
He could. I'm not saying like he could do it with the snap of his finger,
Yeah,
but like he could do it with the snap of his finger.
He literally could.
It wouldn't be like instant, and it would cost him some personal money. But like motherfucker, if you've got over, let's say, I'm going to be generous here. If you got over $500 million, you owe the rest of the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. I tell you what, that is a comment from normal people, bro.
Yeah.
I think when you reach, because I feel the same way.
Yeah.
When you reach a certain level, bro, dude, I think because I can't imagine like these people like starting off being like, just once I get $1 billion, I'm going to be selfish and stingy and greedy. I think it's just once that money touches your hand, I don't feel like it'll change me.
Yeah.
But some people, bro, I think it just changes your mindset, dude.
I don't think it changes you. I just think the only people that end up making that amount of money are just assholes.
Really?
Yeah. I think you have to be a crazy ambitious, really, really driven person that's okay with like stepping over people to make a buck.
No, agreed. You know what? No, you're right.
Like I don't think an actually righteous person could ever make $1 billion.
Right. No, 100%. I agree. To an extent, you definitely like to reach that, particularly when it comes to like just business.
Yeah, you gotta crush.
You gotta crush people. You gotta like pay them shit wages. You gotta be somewhat involved in like
labor exploitation.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
I was just going to it 100%. So look, dude. Hey, it was
check
fun.
out my shirt.
It was fun. Let me check it out.
Speaking of,
A toast to the rich, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, perfect timing. All right, guys. That's it, man. First episode, Sqawdcast TV. This is Pat.
Is Sqawdcast TV what you're going with?
That's what we're going with. Sqawdcast
All right.
TV, man. It's been
Well,
great. Thank
glad
you
to
guys
be
for
part of the
tuning in.
squad.
See you guys next time.
Yeah.
Boom.